Can I burst this guy down in 2 turns? Probably. I did not need to use that colorless potion. Fuck. Okay. Reptile Trinket is fine. I don't have multi-hits, so it's not that useful, but it's okay. Black Hole is a way to turn this star stuff into AoE damage, which I want because I'm fighting an AoE opponent, so I will take it. All right, 11 health. Can we do this? The answer is no. The answer is that we're losing the run. The answer is that we're dead. We're not winning this. Unless Manifest Authority gives us the source. Secret weapon. Okay, here's the question. With charge and a swift potion, can we kill one of these guys? 1313 is a year, but it's also the damage that I'm dealing, which is 26. So as long as I can add +6 damage, I'm good. So if I charge, I can swift potion, hopefully draw one of them, and then I secret weapon the other card. And then this guy dies. I think we do it. I think that's like the best line. Charge, get rid of strikes, swift potion. Well, I didn't draw any of them. That's really sad. Now, secret weapon could get me super massive. I don't think that helps enough. Oh, I've got +3 strength actually, because I used reptile trinket. Does that make it enough? There's no way. I can also use the energy part to give me 6 strength. Can I kill this guy if I use the energy potion and like play Black Hole, Cloak of Stars or something? With 6 more strength, that's possible. So if we do energy potion, secret weapon for minion dive bomb, we dive bomb this guy, we strike this guy, we Black Hole, we Child of the Stars, and we Cloak of Stars. Okay, so what's the plan, Stan? I've got access to 14 plus 13. Everyone knows that that's 27. 27 plus 11, that's enough to kill that guy. And then I can defend. We're gonna make it through this fucking combat. Holy shit. Perfect. I'm very surprised I beat that. Beating Remnant is funny. Tyranny. I'll Shining Strike because I do need the mana. Does this buff my supermassive? Please tell me yes. Please tell me this buffed my supermassive. Okay. I mean, I didn't really create it, so I'm not surprised. I am not exhausting Frantic Escape, because we're going to be in this fight for a long fucking time. And I think we're playing everything but Solar Strike. Oh no, we got Horn Clear. Okay, good turn. 28 damage. Okay. I get rid of Strike here, always. Then we Manifest. Scroll is so good. I will definitely Heirloom Hammer the Scroll, and then we'll not play it. So we Heirloom Hammer? Yeah, I still think it's Scroll. Exhaust, Black Hole. I don't need it. What I do want is Glow, and Child of the Stars, and Venerate, and Frantic, and Supermassive. Perfect. Here's Orbit, finally, and here's Royal Gamble. So get rid of you. I don't need you. Gold Axe is going to be really good for me. Okay. This turn we also have 5 mana. No, we've got 6 because of Happy Flower. So we've got this mana. We might have 7 actually. Not that it matters because we are not surviving this turn. We are dead. I believe we are dead. Just to check. I've got 2 fucking scrolls in here. I've got some ultimate defense in here. And I'm fucking dead. I don't think I survived this, right? None of my relics help, not even the one that gives me defense when I attack. I block for 5, and I take 30, and I don't think I ever survived this. Damn, I really needed to sleep. Tyranny wasn't worth it. I mean, Tyranny might have been worth it. I might have exhausted things that were wrong. But this is the end of the win streak. Damn. I'm trying to like just double check my relics and see if there's absolutely nothing that would help. This is so sad. I have 2 fucking scrolls and a glow. But really the scroll is what I'm thinking about, right? Like I've got so much mana. A scroll would like almost certainly get me more defense. Like I play these cards, I scroll, I get the other scroll obviously. Man, if I'd played Calamity, I might have been able to find a defensive card, like last time when I had Calamity available. I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm not dead. Do you know why? Do you know fucking why? Beating fucking Remnant. I go down to like 1 health here. I'm not fucking dead. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god. Okay, so I'm not dead. That means I'm not playing defend, right? Like I take 20 damage either way. So I think I get rid of defend. I charge. And I charge away defend. Like this guy buffs himself next turn, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna charge these 2. And the reason I'm charging is that I want Supermassive to be bigger. Venery. Supermassive. Frantic. Beating Remnant, man. We dive bomb. We gold axe. We scroll. We falling star. I'm just gonna play scroll. Yeah, there's gold axe. There's win. Dude, wow. Wow, Jesus Christ. I have never had this relic be very useful. This relic has always been like, oh, I saved 1 health. Congratulations on like dumb, stupid moments. Man, that was safe. It does make resting a little less necessary. Aurobus! Yes, I love Aurobus. Aurobus is by far my favorite ancient. We're fighting Knowledge Demon. That's not worrisome too much. I mean, let's see what Aurobus gives us. If I could see Aurobus every time, I would be so happy. Not only is like Aurobus's like visual and like text just like so fun. All 3 of these I think are like the sickest fucking choices ever. So I'm probably not taking Protector, partly just because I took Sacrifice. So like Protector, while good, it's just not the archetype I'm going for right now, but Protector's a good card. So let's roll out Protector. Luminescence is a beautiful, beautiful card. I love Luminescence. Unfortunately, I can't imagine the Ironclad being really good for us if we're going for like this like Souls package. So my understanding is that the way this 15 card thing works is that you're guaranteed to get 5 commons, 5 uncommons, and 5 rares. And particularly the rares are interesting because this will give us a high chance of double tap. And double tap is like exactly the kind of card you would want in a deck with the card that we're using to deal damage, which is obviously Soulstorm. Just like doubling up our power down. The other thing that it gives us is like it gives us offering. Like there's no every class would want offering. It would give us something like Stoke, maybe. There's a couple of things like that, but I can't imagine that's better than Luminescence, which is just like a beautiful, beautiful card. You know, whether we're dirging with it or whether we're just like blocking with it, it's probably Luminescence. It still could be Protector. I know I ruled it out earlier. I'm gonna take Luminescence because I want to win, right? Like goal number 1, win. And I do think Radiant Pearl is the best one here. Demon Glass, I think I've still never taken it, even though this is like maybe my favorite choice by Aurobus next to like Prismatic Gem. I think like getting cards from other regions is like peak Slay the Spire experience for me. It was one of my favorite things to do in the first game. But I also want to win, and this, unfortunately, the archetype I've built so far, I'm pretty sure does not want me to get Ironclad cards. However, okay, counterpoint, just one quick counterpoint. Everything soul-based exhausts. If I get a fucking Feel No Pain, oh my, wait, hold, if I get Feel No Pain, I am like cooking crazy hard. There's Feel No Pain, Then there is also Dark Embrace. There's also Ashen Strike. I'm actually going to say fuck it. I actually think there's enough hits here that are good enough. And Luminescence is fine, but it's not that good. And I've so badly wanted to justify taking the 15 cards pick. It's like, it's really important to me that I try this. We got nothing. We got none of the cards I wanted. I'm worried about this run. This run does not feel as strong as every other Necrobinder run I've had. And this is not a great turn fucking one. Shrug, Armaments, Brave. Then we have this turn, which is just like, what if we took 1,000,000 damage? Wouldn't that be cool? We will get to cycle, and we do have True Grit, so we definitely soul, and we definitely soul, and we definitely soul. I'm probably True Gritting the strike, or maybe Defend Plus. I frankly might be at the point where like I need to actually accept that strike is important to me, unless I'm trying to set up an infinite, or not an infinite, it'd be like a near-finite, right? Like, because I'd be wanting to I want to get to a situation like maybe where I'm just like cycling Invoke, right? Like, and that's my near-finite, where you cycle Invoke and then you just play all the cards that give you souls and like you try and go infinite. Either way, in that world, I think I want to get rid of this block. I'm definitely playing Spur. It's not a bad idea to Duplication Potion Invoke if we had draw, which we don't, because we don't. I played all my stuff. So we could be reaving here to try and add draw. For what it's worth, I'm probably sacrificing here. Because I'm taking, that's like 53. Yeah, so I'm almost certainly sacrificing. And if I'm sacrificing, I don't hate the idea of invoking. Lets me play my whole hand. If I draw any Shrug, that's good. I think I am supposed to invoke. Okay, so I did draw Shrug. And that gives me the other Shrug. That's fine. Armaments, Reave, Bodyguard, Negative Pulse, Unleash. It's like a fine turn. Okay. So now the question is like, are we actually ever actually near-finiting? And I said actually twice there just to like hammer home how actual the question really is. I think I need a Grave Warden, because I do need to draw into good stuff. Is 39 damage worth it? Probably. That's probably worth it over 7 block. I'm probably dead. Damn. I needed to take Demon Form. Remember when we were talking about Demon Form at the start of the act? Demon Form would have fucked this guy up in a way that I really thought this deck was going to do better with Soulstorm, but I don't have all the soul cards that I think I need for that archetype. Okay. Anyway, math time. We're taking, just from the Demon of Knowledge, 42. Add 21 to that, and we're taking 63. Look, we're surviving this turn. This turn is survival, but it is not comfortable. I believe I'm reaving. I will shrug. Do we Duplication Potion Invoke? Like, hear me out. I have the souls, and there's a reave here. I think I Duplication Invoke. And I'm not kidding, because I'm surviving this. I'm only taking 63 or something. Okay. Sorry, did I not get a soul? Oh my fucking... I could miss the soul here. If I miss the fucking soul here, I'm gonna be upsetty spaghetti. I mean, look, it's 25% chance that I miss. Sometimes it's the 25% that you hit. I don't lose, but I lost. I like specifically went for the mana this turn. Like, I'm not dead. In fact, I'm dealing a lot of damage next turn, but I'm taking a lot of damage next turn as well. It's really upsetting that that's how that happened, though. That's frustrating. How much damage are we taking this turn? 46. 46 minus 17 is like 29. So as long as we're blocking 29, we're satisfied. I am probably blocking 29. Because we do get an extra mana by striking twice. Where's my vulnerable? Is my vulnerable only in high five? No. It's also in taunt. How much damage is 45 right now? That's not a lot. I mean, it's enough to like possibly threaten a Doom lethal, but I don't want to rely on Doom next turn. Like, I don't think I'm surviving next turn. which means like I'm kind of thinking I need to deal like my 70 damage this turn, which means I'm probably trying to draw into Soulstorm plus Taunt plus Defend. And so if I'm hoping my 2 fucking cards are Taunt and Soulstorm, which aren't even enough. No, that's not enough. Well, I get an extra strike, so it would be something like Reave, Taunt, Soulstorm. So I do think I'm Reaving. So I think I'm saying Reave, Soul. Oh, there's so much math to consider here. My goal is to deal 52 damage. 52 damage is my goal. So that's Soulstorm plus a Soul, actually. That's Soulstorm plus anything at this point. Anything plus Soulstorm. Oh, so I have Shrug. So Shrug would possibly draw me it. Now, because I have extra mana, this does mean I can do like Reave into Shrug to try and draw it, which is probably what I'm going for. But I also want to quickly work out like my defense values, because I do need to survive the turn. So I'm taking 25 plus 21. That is 46. Now, we have 9 health. Osti has 8 health. And I mention that because this is actually 16 if you consider the rule of my little thing here. This currently equals 25. So we need to be able to get at least 22 block from cards. 22 block is exactly what Shrug It Off Plus is. So we Reave, Shrug It Off Plus, and if we draw Soul, or the other Soul, or Soulstorm, we can kill this turn, which is the ultimate goal, because I do not believe that I am surviving next turn. So we Reave, we Shrug It Off. It's okay, so we had like a 3 in 8 chance of winning there. Well, assuming the souls draw us into the Soulstorm, which is likely, but not guaranteed. In this position, we can bodyguard sacrifice. So like, here's where we're at now. Like, now we're at the situation where next turn we need to win. And we can possibly do that with like Taunt Soulstorm. Right, so Soulstorm does 48. We have to do more math, just quickly. It does 48, Soulstorm, the Soulstorm card. 50% of that adds 24, so that's going to be like 72. Then add like a soul or two. The 2 souls will deal like 12. Sorry, I keep clicking the wrong button. That'll deal 12. That puts it up to like 84. That also buffs this by a little bit and this by a little bit. Let's just say that adds 6. Don't know if that's true. That's 90. Okay, I probably win next turn if I draw exactly not these 5 cards. If I draw any more than these 5 cards. So it means I kind of want to play Shrug It Off, except if I draw Soulstorm, I fucking cannot play it unless I draw into it again. So Grave Warden would lower my odds the least, if this makes sense. Like, it increases the chance the most that I draw more souls. So I believe I'm playing Grave Warden Sacrifice. And if I miss, it's the saddest story ever told. Because the risk that I shrug into my Soulstorm is just too great a fear for me. And this should improve my odds more than the risk. So I believe we Grave Warden, and I believe we Sacrifice. I didn't draw any of the souls here, which is actually incredibly disappointing that I didn't draw a single fucking one of them, which I actually think was necessary, huh? Because I needed that little extra bit of fucking damage. I cannot believe this. I can believe it. It's obviously, like, likely. Or not likely, sorry. It's like the opposite of likely. What an unfortunate set of rolls against the Demon of Knowledge. That is so incredibly, incredibly unfortunate. Was I beating the Act 3 boss? Possibly. And the invoke didn't work. That one invoke play, maybe you could say it was too greedy, but it seemed like a decent line. So I had to draw one of these 3 cards, and I drew 5 of 8. I'm gonna quickly check the chances of that. So like, Hyper Geometric Calculator. I had a 98.2% chance of that. A 98.2% chance. Look, I could have played better. There were definitely things I could have done better. But that is a funny, funny loss. Do we want an Eidolon now? Probably not. I'm not spamming cards, so this won't apply that much Doom. But also, what else am I fucking taking? I need the power. Like, I need the raw power. There's an argument that maybe I should be thinking, like, what buffs can I get? And I'm thinking, if I'm thinking, like, what buffs can I get? You know, let's say there's, like, a 20% chance mana is offered to me. If mana is offered to me, Oblivion and Eradicate sound a little bit better, right? Now, Eradicate does sound worse with my friendship. So maybe that means we take Oblivion. There's a couple options that let you draw a card. There's like that pale thing that lets you get +1 draw every turn, I think. So like Oblivion's better in that. This makes Eidolon look a little better. I don't have anything that's like if you've Doom to be excited, right? Which is like one of the benefits of Oblivion. But maybe I should just take a card like Eradicate and say, I can turn that into a win con. If I just like set up mana, like I've got mana here. And if I get mana, this is like a kill card. And I can try and win with this in mind, as opposed to something else. I feel like Eradicate is one of the few cards, like of these 3 cards, Eradicate is the most that's a win con, and that might just be what I'm lacking right now, right? I think that means I'm going to take Eradicate, even though it's the one that's maybe furthest from the game plan I'm looking at, because the game plan I'm looking at has not seemed strong enough. If you end your turn with unspent mana, gain 2 mana next turn. It's very good with Eradicate. It gives you that extra mana that you can spend on the turn that you want it to. So I'm going to take Pale's Tears. 4 runs ago, we lost on floor 9 to an elite. 3 runs ago, we lost on floor 24 to an elite. 2 runs ago, we lost on floor 28 to an elite. And last run, we lost on the final floor to a bus. If we're making progress every single time, this one has to be a win. Queen was my fear. So we have two options here. Option 1, get a potion that counters the effect. 2 is Purify. And 3 is win on turn 1. Sorry, I guess the 4th option is don't do Unceasing Top. Just do some other win con. We still have Thunder and Tempest. We could just get like a second copy of Thunder and just Tempest plus like mana. Like if we get like a double energy, you can easily see what's with a second Tempest, a second Thunder, and then Tempest plus extra mana would be kind of good. Yeah, I mean, sorry, we're saying win on turn 1, asterisk, the Bane. Right, we still have to worry about the Bane for winning on turn 1. So we'll see if non-PAP helps us with that, and then we'll move on. Glam. A replay once per combat is kind of what I think the answer is. Replay once per combat lets us go for this win con, where we don't play for Unceasing Top. Because we get Creative AI, we get another one of Thunder, right? And we just sort of play good cards multiple times, right? The other argument being, if we think about how Bound works, right? What Bound's effect on the game is you have to play singular, really good cards. And what Glam says is every card is twice as good. So I think we take Glam. I think that means we want to do card rewards. Good morning. I just got 3 quick topics to go over. First is Spid YouTube. What is this video? Why did you make it? So this kind of stuff is actually some of my favorite stuff to make. If you used to watch my old CDS stuff, or God forbid my old Hades stuff, you might remember very similar vignettes that were much shorter than the ones in this video. I've always really enjoyed making these like montage things. YouTube has in the past created some audio video delay, and I really hope that doesn't happen with this video because there's so much specific timing in it. But if you've come from like the typical game design opinion stuff that I normally make, the next video will probably be on that, but no promises of course. I always change my projects like halfway through working on stuff. Like I was working on like 3 other things before I even started working on this one, but I just got really incredibly into it, so I just ended up working on it instead. But if you did like this, seriously, let me know. I kind of assumed the audience for whatever this was just kind of me, myself, and I. That's enough of an audience to make it worthwhile to make, of course, but it would be cool to know if anyone would actually want more of this, possibly for future ascensions, or not. Alright, second, in the description you'll find 2 things. You'll find all the music that I used for this video. Most of it was pure video game OSTs, but the Necrobinder section also had like a Plants vs. Zombies remix in it. Also, for years, every time I've heard the Faster Than Light OST, I've wanted to make a montage thing out of it, so I'm really glad I finally got to fulfill that fantasy. You'll also find the raw footage of these games. You might have been confused on what episode meant at the start of all of those little sections, but they're the episodes I uploaded on the Long Spids channel. You might have been confused why there was also no Ironclad. I had already done the Ironclad run before my partner wanted YouTube videos to sleep to, so I just started where I was up to. Lastly, and this is just a general thing about what this experience was like, it is really funny to watch your own Slay the Spire gameplay. I'm pretty used to VOD reviewing like my LOR games or other card games, but watching your own Slay gameplay back is like so strange. There's a lot more obvious what a misplay is when it's a single player game, and man, I really did make a lot of blunders that I did not realize I was making at the time. Some are getting just too lost in the sauce, like in that defect run, I didn't play a lightning against the queen because I was just like so thinking about not playing the glammed lightning before I had my powers down that I didn't play my non-glammed lightning even though I had 2 mana spare. You also just like forget relics a ton. The amount of times I've forgotten the parrying shield is just way too much. And then one of the losses that I sort of tried to hide a little bit because it's a really embarrassing loss is I just got the art between fusion and chaos wrong, which meant I ended up spending 2 mana summoning a fusion orb when I didn't need to, and I just died to the jawworm, and that was a really stupid loss. But like, this stuff happens, but most people aren't putting them into YouTube videos, so it was a little bit more strange for me to see it and then have to figure out what to do with the storyline I wanted to put in this video. But this experience has also given me like a massive appreciation for the game designer Slay the Spire. Watching the start of a run where you know where it's going to end up is like really fascinating and something that I don't think a lot of Slay the Spire players end up seeing or doing. I wish I showed that a little bit more in the video, but like in the defect run, my win con against the queen ended up being something I just randomly half-specced into in the first couple of floors before the Unceasing Top even came out. And as soon as I got Unceasing Top, it felt like a relatively minor moment that I just had this other stuff and it was sort of bricking my Unceasing Top sometimes. But it was pretty important in the end to allow me to pivot to what I needed to do. The same is true of the 2 Necrobinder attempts and the Regent attempts. You can see like weird things that occur by early decisions that you're not immediately clear what those decisions will end up looking like, you know, 50 floors down the line. And I think when you're playing Slay the Spire, you know that early decisions matter later on, and you know later on you'll be like, damn, these early decisions really impacted me. But seeing you only operate through the logic you had during the early decisions is not something you can easily return back to, and that has been really interesting to see. Anyway, that's all. Thanks again for watching, and see you later, alligators.